Hello, everybody. It's been so long.
Has it?
I mean, I feel like it's been a really long time, but again, it's just been a busy month, so it just feels like it's twice as long.
I know. It's a busy month.
Busy.
It's a busy month headed into a busy month.
Yeah.
Different reasons of busy, but busy nonetheless.
I feel like everybody's really excited to hear me at the start of a podcast.
Well, yeah, because it's warranted.
Yeah. Today's my work at home day.
That's partially why we ended up just moving it to today. Not as a permanent move, but one second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, I see Paleo in here, but I don't hear him. Hold on, Paleo. Let me figure out audio. What happened? Paleo?
Yes?
Oh, there we go. I hear you now.
Okay.
Apologies. I don't know how long you were there.
I just popped in.
Nice. Okay, well, I think Jeffrey just got a call from Saber. We'll see what the update on that is. What's the sitch?
Saber was just calling to see if I wanted to have a chat.
Oh, okay. Well.
So I'll be back. I'm gonna go chat with Saber.
No.
I'm kidding. He's like, I don't know when we're gonna catch up. Jokingly. So he said they're headed over.
Alright. Here, let me switch the screen.
Is Paleo here?
Yes.
Yes.
I hear him. He sounds so pretty. Paleo, isn't it nice having Sarah here to make sure things are working?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah, for being here.
Yeah.
Taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I worked from home today, so it was very chill.
So it is a weird day because it's Tuesday and we're podcasting. It's not common for us, so I'm gonna probably get thrown off by that a few times. But we will have others joining us. But why don't we go ahead and get things moving? As a side note for everybody, we are going to be aiming, we'll see how good I do, but aiming to end the podcast a little bit earlier tonight. Maybe about
just
a
little.
skosh, yeah, maybe cutting about 15 minutes off the end. So, yeah, just, I guess that's more of just a heads up to myself, if anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's kick this podcast off, and when people join, they join. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Semi-Perfect Podcast. Joining us tonight on time is Sarah.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
And I'm ACRacebest, joined with PaleoSteno.
Hello.
We are anticipating
Whoa.
Laura being here, but we don't know when she'll get here.
Hold on. You guys are like super loud, but Paleo is pretty quiet.
That is the way we do things here on the Semi-PP.
The semi-peepee.
The Semi-PP. So, Sarah, as they all figure out their audio stuff.
Wait, before Paleo, can you just say something so I can?
Yeah. Hello.
Okay, thank you.
Saying thanks. All right.
Keep talking.
You're
Paleo.
much quieter than they are,
Oh.
so I'm just gonna turn them down a little bit. All right, everybody talk at the same
Hello.
time.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Saberus.
All right, cool. Now I just gotta turn up the volume on my computer. We should all be good.
This is
Okay.
why we're not the perfect podcast. Yeah, so why don't we jump right into food posts here?
And
Hey, I heard
guess...
Saberspark.
I heard Saber.
What were you saying?
Okay, but so I was saying that we are gonna look Halloween it feels like it was so many years ago.
Yes.
But we are interested in seeing if you took a picture of yourself in your Halloween costume or whatever. Post it on Twitter using SPP Halloween as the hashtag SPP Halloween. We want to see it. We'll go over it later in the podcast.
Do it. I want to see costumes. Halloween never dies.
Spooky all year, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so Sarah's going to pull up our food posts.
Yeah.
We want to see them. All right. It looks like the first one is from Elwin.
Elwin says, okay, I got 2 posts for food today. Number 1, Ciderfest. Y'all were right about those curds.
Oh, my God.
And we have a story about that.
Oh, my God. Can
Yeah.
I interject now?
Okay, sure.
All right. So the first off, Ponyville Ciderfest vlogs are just now starting to be released because we're very busy the following week after Ciderfest, and we'll get into all that stuff. But the Rock Bottom Brewery had cheese curds.
Yeah.
And then they didn't. And then they didn't have cheese curds.
And then they didn't.
And then we were very sad about them.
Or
not
maybe it
having
was
cheese.
just that waiter.
Could have
that was
been.
like, yeah, but like, hey, sorry, we don't. There's not in the menu, so of course we don't have them.
Yeah.
It was like, no, but like our waitress this time was like, oh yeah, I can ask the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. And I think that is pretty correct, Paleo. I
Yeah.
think that's exactly what happened. Is that we had someone willing to go back to the kitchen and ask, where the other person's like, I've never heard about this. I've been here for 3 days.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we went back, and I believe it was Saber was like, I'm going to take a leap of faith, and I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
And was like,
We'll lose. I wanted to ask.
and it was worth it because we got cheese curds.
Hell yeah.
And what made it more worth it is the sad realization we've had this week that the Rock Bottom Brewery in Milwaukee has closed.
Yeah, y'all put them out of
Yeah.
business.
It closed like last week.
Yeah.
We were too late.
we revived it just long enough. Basically, it came back to be the hero. It went a full redemption arc, and then died for all of us.
Yeah.
I like the idea that
They sacrificed for your cheese curds.
I that's what I'm loving is like just envisioning like they're like, oh my god, we're out of cheese, we're out of business, we can't do it anymore. Those damn
Maybe the
broners.
reason they went out of business is because we've been so hard on them since the last time we went. Though the last time we went, it was also pretty empty. So maybe they just haven't been advertising the cheese curds.
Yeah,
so nobody goes there anymore.
It makes zero sense to me that they don't have the cheese curds on the menu. It's like their best menu item. Nor Mermaid sends a super chat. F's in the chat for Rock Bottom, and there are many F's that are showing up. So you're going to see our elation. Just know that, unfortunately, that elation only lasts so long. But we did get a lot of cheese curds that day. And again, Saber took the leap of faith. It was worth it.
Charge the situation.
And that's why I made out with you multiple times that weekend.
We're gonna get the cheese out of our teeth.
Don't even give me the false hope, boys. How dare you?
All right, Sarah. What other food posts we got here?
All right, we've got, let's see. And then today's food for Elwyn is less lovely because they're not Milwaukee. Walking tacos?
Walking tacos.
I've never heard of tacos that can walk.
Yeah.
They walk away from your mouth.
I'm trying to remember. I think they're like, aren't they like open tacos or something? Let's see here.
He's looking them up.
I'm looking them up. I've
Looking 'em up
heard
on
of them. I
Google.
just don't remember. I don't think I've ever ordered one.
This is the first time I've heard that phrase.
All right, what are they, dear? What's the
Okay, a
survey?
walking taco. What is a walking taco? A walking taco is where you take Yes, okay, I have had this. Where you take a snack-sized bag of Fritos, or any type of chips, and crush them up, open the bag, fill it with taco meat, and all of your favorite taco toppings, and then you're free to roam, work the crowd, or watch the game without being tied down to a table.
I have never seen that before.
What?
You put the taco stuff inside of the...
So you put all the taco shit in the Frito bag,
and
like
you eat it with a fork.
the Fritos,
Right.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
What?
Yeah, here's one with the Doritos bag.
For you with that love of variety. We also have Cosmic Melody has sent us a food post.
I did.
What are we looking at?
Who are
I'm
you asking?
doing it. Oh my god, I'm getting like all sorts of shit from every angle because I'm trying to like make sure that like my computer's running the podcast and the scene's like pull up the TV too, pull up the TV. I'm like I'm actively working on it. I have to make my computer work first. But
Jeez.
I'm just getting it from everywhere.
The suggestion was right there.
So Laura revitalized some leftover ramen
Thank
broth
you.
and made a fresh bowl.
A French bowl of veggie ramen.
French ball.
A French bowl.
A bowl du fromage.
And garlic bread.
Au fromage.
Commandeered.
No, I made
Savers.
some veggie ramen from the broth that I left over. We went to the new ramen place in town last night.
Nice.
And it was pretty solid. It wasn't like anything special, but you know, it's like the only actual ramen place in town now.
Isn't
So-
it? It's fun going to new places for food.
It is. And I had some leftover broth, and I went ahead and used some ramen noodles we had here from one of Steven's sponsors or whatever,
Nice.
and chopped up some veggies, and I stole his garlic bread because he ordered.
Nice.
Smart.
And I got a cool Twilight cup from Gleamy Dreams at Ciderfest.
What is the hand feel of that cup? Like, is it smooth?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because I look at that and I'm like, I do not want to touch it.
It's not unpleasant. It's just that it's not like there's not like a lamination seal over it,
Aw.
but it is like, I mean, it's food safe, right? So it's
Yeah.
like everything is sealed onto the thing. Like it's not like it's dripping
Right.
glitter or anything.
Interesting.
It's a glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb. All right.
Base
Got
Base
Base.
says, from a couple weeks ago when we went out to Cheesecake Factory, this was my cheesecake I brought home. That looks like birthday cheesecake.
That looks like a cake.
It
Hell
does.
yeah.
It looks like it. It does look like a cake.
That's cake.
Wait, it doesn't look like cheesecake. It looks like ice cream cake.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it almost looks like ice cream cake.
I like ice cream
I
cake.
mean, don't you think it's meant to look like that?
It could
But it is
be.
a cheesecake, and
But
that's
then-
what's like mind blowing
But
about
then why
it.
not just have it be ice cream cake?
Right?
It's the Cheesecake Factory, Jeffrey.
All right, but they serve other than cheesecake. Like you could buy a sandwich. It's not like it tastes
Yeah,
like
but
cheesecake.
like dessert wise, do they have anything other than cheesecake?
I'm sure.
I have no idea.
I would guess they probably do actually have. I guess Base, who is in the chat, can clarify to us what exactly type of cheesecake or non-cheesecake this cheesecake is. So we'll wait. We'll get that as we look at the next food post. Who's next?
We've got
Oh.
Princess Deadpool. Hey, Sim, my perfect pod. An unexpected stomach bug hit me this morning, so I'm having
no.
slowly a bowl of chicken noodle soup. Hopefully it clears up tomorrow so I can head to Fresno for Thanksgiving. If not, well, that would suck. I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
You know, I've never wanted to head to Fresno for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for the night crawlers there. That's not a Zootopia reference. That's the Fresno Nightcrawler, the cryptid.
Oh, no, I assumed that was a Zootopia reference.
I know you did. That's why I clarify.
I thought you were referencing the
It's Night
Jake Gyllenhaal
Howlers
movie,
in that.
but like,
No, the Fresno Nightcrawlers. It's my favorite cryptid.
It's Night Howlers.
I
is
thought
Zootopia.
Mothman
I know.
was.
Now, Mothman's a pretty top tier, but
No.
the Fresno Nightcrawler takes the cake because it's pants.
Well, I hope...
What?
It's pants?
Yeah, just look it up.
Pants?
Just look it up. It's cool.
Okay.
I
I
hope
love
you...
it so much. It's so goofy.
I hope you feel better, Princess Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's no fun being sick.
Yeah.
Nora Mermaid says, "Hey peeps, I'm currently noshing on some goldfish while studying for my learner's permit test in January and packing for my Thanksgiving in the Florida Keys. Spoiler alert, my turkey day will not be cold. Anyway, love you guys so much. Hugs and kisses to y'all."
Nice.
I get it. I'm so excited for you.
Look at this goldfish bag.
Yep. 100% real cheese.
Oh.
That's the good stuff.
And then look at all the little toy cars on the book.
Yeah.
Florida DMV. Do they have driving laws in Florida?
I don't have those though.
I've
They
driven
don't have
free
laws
for all.
someplace, though.
They don't. I've driven. They have more laws in Arizona, I feel like, than they do in Florida. Like Florida is a scary, scary place. Good luck.
No. Anime Guy 01 sends a food post saying, nothing tonight, but here's my dinner from Ciderfest, cheese curds and delicious bacon burger from Rock Bottom Brewery. R.I.P.
So I got to give credit to Anime Guy. He was the one who broke the news to us that Rock Bottom Brewery shut down. And
So sad.
yeah, I am. Like, it's sad because, like, Rock Bottom Brewery, even without the cheese curds, was still a solid food option for, like, lunch.
Yeah. Like I like you.
And you guys need to understand, you'll see it in the vlog, for Laura to have enjoyed the meal, she had to brave the storm.
Oh my god, it was awful.
Oh, right. Yeah, the
Oh,
wind.
yeah.
And that old woman laughed in my face. It was so mean.
I forgot about that.
I did.
Oh yeah, that was so weird.
I didn't.
It was so mean.
We got a food post from Fort Canyon saying, "A dolma dinner with butter, onion, tomato paste sauce, and garlic yogurt." Okay, stop. What is this? What is a dolma dinner? This looks like you grabbed. I know I'm wrong, but it looks like you grabbed like leaves, and then you just like threw tomato paste and garlic yogurt on top of it. But at the same time, I'm intrigued. I want to know.
It's a Turkish dish.
Turkish.
Let's see.
What's the green stuff?
It's a leaf.
It is a leaf.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my
I'm
eyes.
trying to figure out what specific leaf.
It says dolma is a family of stuffed dishes associated with the Ottoman cuisine and a common in modern national cuisines of regions and countries that once were a part of the Ottoman Empire.
Oh my goodness, that's historical.
Yeah, and dolma is like Turkish, which means stuffed.
Wow. All right. That's a new one. I've never seen this dish before. So
Yeah.
good job to Fort Canyon bringing a new one to the table. By the way, I see Base in the chat. We need to know what kind of cake that was, Base.
I think they're grape leaves.
Grape
I
leaves?
thought we were talking about the cake for a minute.
The cake is grape. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the dolma.
Oh. I am intrigued on the garlic yogurt. Kind of being slammed on top of that.
Yeah.
Fort Canyon says it's Middle Eastern, not really Turkish. Dolmas are grape leaves with herbs and rice in them. Okay. All right.
Interesting.
And Christina says grape leaves are super good.
Oh. I have not had a grape leaf.
Wait, okay, so I guess Base may have answered the question, but we have to scroll back to the to the cake.
Okay. 1 second.
Did I miss it? I thought it was.
Celebration cheesecake.
I missed it. Sorry, Base. Go on.
Base in the chat says this is the celebration cheesecake, but I like to call it the trans cheesecake because it's like the colors of the trans flag.
Okay. That still doesn't answer my question, Base. What kind of cake is it?
Well, let me look up the celebration cheesecake.
Oh my god!
He's asking what flavor.
Yes.
Is what he means.
I'm gonna look it up though. Now I'm going to. Are you looking it up, Sarah?
Yeah.
Sarah's looking it up. So while Sarah looks it up, I'll pull up our next food post. The next food post
Okay.
is
Layers.
go.
Layers of vanilla cake, cheesecake, strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla mousse with cream cheese frosting. Damn.
So it is vanilla cake, cheesecake, strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla mousse. So there is cheesecake in it, but it's not all cheesecake. Okay. That all right. I can accept that. That's wild. That's a wild one. So another good one. Good job.
Yeah. We got Christina.
I like this. Base just goes in the chat. Dang it, Race! It is cheese in a cake, and it is colorful. Touche, base. All right, Christina Booth says, after 10 miles of walking, I deserve this. Orange chicken time. Ooh.
Hell yeah, dude, get it.
I appreciate the singular piece of broccoli.
I was gonna point that out. It's like there's just one singular stalk of broccoli.
Just enough.
I have done it. I have vegetabled today.
Yeah, the correct amount.
All right. Bowden says, having some shrimp and the best wings in town from Moe's Barbecue, complete with tater salad, mac and cheese, cornbread, and banana pudding.
Ooh. All the works.
Dang. I like this. You're all making me hungry.
Yeah.
You all succeeded. I'm hungry.
Nanner pudding.
All right. Well, good job. Sarah's going to do a quick check here to make
Just
sure
gonna
that we
make sure.
didn't miss any food posts.
Oh, I'm seeing some Halloween stuff.
Oh.
But I think I got all the food posts. So I'm going to switch screens.
Jaxblade retweeted that we're live. Does that mean
Where the heck are you, Jack?
Jaxblade? Well, it was nice of him to retweet, if nothing else. Jaxblade?
Okay.
All right, so one more reminder.
Yeah.
For anyone that hasn't yet done it, we want to see Halloween costumes. If you dressed up for Halloween this year, we'd love to see it. We'd love to show it. Hashtag SPP Halloween, all one word.
Jax is here now.
Huh?
Jax is here.
Yeah, hey.
Jax!
I was finishing up something,
Hold up,
and I
now
was just like,
Jax is
I can retweet this while I'm finishing this up. So,
Oh my.
hi, how's everyone doing?
Good.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
It's working.
Jax just finished up some alone time, and now he's...
Oh
with
yeah,
us.
totally, dude. Yeah, man, let me show you this fucking dude. No.
Jax, did you hear the news that Rock Bottom Brewery has cheese curds again?
Yeah, you showed me, and I was like, I sent that Rafiki thing to you. It
And
was
then,
beautiful.
did you hear the news that Rock Bottom Brewery has now closed for good?
What?
They closed.
Wait, what?
They closed
So
last
sorry,
week.
Are you fucking with me? Are you? Oh, wait, no.
No, they're gone.
Bulls- but-
Yeah, Ray's posted it in the.
He left!
I had to yell very profusely because I was literally going to go there and just be like, "This is all I want." And now they are hiding from me. They're afraid of me. That's what it was.
I mean,
That's what it was, yeah.
I hate.
you know what? Look, all I'm saying is that the time that Jaxblade went and Hirosashii went, Rock Bottom Brewery would not service cheese curds.
Wow! Wow!
Maybe it's good they closed.
Wow!
Those assholes!
I'm gonna find the. Yeah, you know what? It is kind of a weird coincidence. It's the first time me and Hiro go to a convention and enjoy it. The next year, they don't have it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, surprisingly, when we don't, wow, rock. Fuck you. Yeah, you are at rock bottom now, piece of shit. Yeah.
Got him.
Fucking.
As an aside, wasn't our waiter black when we went? And he said,
Yeah,
no.
and you saw how worn down they looked.
Maybe he was doing you guys a favor. He was like, I know that this place is going to close within the next year, and I don't want you to get addicted and attached to something that's going to be gone.
Right.
Regardless. Let's catch up with people. Jax, what's new with you?
Pretty much same old, still working on stuff, YouTube video stuff, client stuff. It's very busy this time of year because everyone's like getting the holiday weight, so it's just like everyone is just like, yo, can you train me? So I had to make a whole new email specifically for that, so that's fun. What else? Still, yeah, exactly. And then I got to do that cookbook is precisely. It's just I'm still working on it, making sure. I literally my method now is I'm doing a recipe per day just to make sure like, is this good? Is this valid? Like people would eat this, but it's also like, is it healthy enough? Because there's a part of me that's just like, I could just be a fat fuck and just do this one, and I think this will be delicious. But then like a part of me is like, no, it's for people to feel healthy and feel good, like they're cheating but not cheating. So I was like, okay, yeah. So yeah, we've got like, I say 12 of those so far. I'm trying to get. I think I want to go for like at least 100 recipes just to be like, okay, you're really getting your bang for your buck with this. So yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, so it's just like, so it's like literally the point is where it's just like, I don't know what I want to eat today. Well, you have 100 different choices and they're all really good, and some of them are really fast. Some of them you can like spend a night. Some of them you could cook for your girl or whatever, or your guy, or your they, them, whatever. I don't judge. I'm all for all that stuff. Inclusivity all the way, baby. So yeah, you just like doing that, and yeah, I've just been working on that stuff. And yeah, and then that's what I've been doing.
Nice.
And I went to a thing in 2 weeks ago with y'all, which was fun.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that here coming up. Paleo, what's new with you?
I got my wisdom teeth out.
How are you doing, my boy?
Much better. Like during the convention, I had that pain, like that just like kind of showed up, like because for like the week before the convention, I was doing fine because I was like, oh yeah, like my teeth started hurting. But then like at the convention, I know like when I was eating with you, Laura, Saber, and Jesse, and then like suddenly after I stopped eating for a bit, that pain just came back again, and I was like, oh no.
Remember that?
Because like I did have like my my surgery scheduled to happen after the convention, so that way I would have like time to recover, because I had no idea like how long it would take me to recover. I should have had it before the convention because I feel fine now.
All right. You're talking like a prospector too. Like you're talking out like the side of your mouth. Yeah, sure. I got my wisdom teeth taken out.
Look here, see.
Yeah, so tell him about that Woody boy.
But yeah, for like the past 5 days, I've been eating just like mashed potatoes and scrambled eggs and mac and cheese.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Good. The good life.
I had solid food today. I had some Taco Bell.
Oh wow.
So I can eat like on the right side of my mouth at the moment.
See, Taco Bell's a good in between because it's solid going in and liquid coming out.
Yeah, and they got the fries back. Do you know they let you put nacho fries in any of the meals now? That's fucking hype. I didn't know that. I was like excited because I was like, "You want a beefy 5-layer burrito?" I was like, "Yes, I would." It was like, "Would you like to put nacho fries in it?" And I was just like, I feeling daring today.
Like, wait, like in the burrito?
Yeah, it was like a thing on like, I'll go on my Uber Eats right now. I literally looked it up. So literally on Uber Eats, if you order a thing or you go to the restaurant or whatever, you can ask for it. They will literally put the stuff they'll literally put nacho fries in whatever burrito you want if you ask for it. It was just like, oh, don't get silly.
We just call those California burritos over here.
See, that sounds delightful.
French fries in a burrito. It's like, all right, it's California burrito.
A Cali burrito.
I'm feeling much better after having my wisdom teeth out, because like that pain was like very. It wasn't like super painful, but it was just like a constant throbbing that was like always bothering me.
Oh, I feel that.
No, that's what tooth pain is like. That it fucking sucks.
Yeah. But now that's completely gone. I just had like a sore jaw for like a couple days. It's still healing on my lower left side, because that one was like underneath the gum for that tooth. But yeah, I had all of them out. So, but I'm doing better now, and I've been playing a lot of Pokemon because
me too.
That's been out. So I've been streaming that.
Nice. Well, glad
Finally got my dolphin Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
And so you have to play online to evolve it?
What?
You have to play online to evolve it?
Yeah, that's the thing with Fenison. To evolve it into Palafin, which is the evolution, you have to play the multiplayer mode and have it level up to like level 38, I think.
I don't love that. So I'm a very solo game experience person.
You cannot make me socialize.
Though the evolution is
Xbox Live
weird.
has destroyed online gaming for me.
Yeah, the evolution is weird because like the evolution is like the same thing but a heart on its chest, and it can change forms into like rather like a regular dolphin form, and this weird superhero All Might looking thing.
That's weird. Fucking furries always taking over the damn dolphin universe and shit like that.
I mean, Pokemon is definitely catering to the furries.
Damn people.
Well, congratulations on your dolphin.
Yes.
Is it true that Mew is a cat?
Yes,
But it doesn't look like a cat.
it
It
does.
looks like a fucking lizard.
What?
It looks like a fucking flying.
Lizard.
It looks like a flying lizard.
Lizards don't
I
have
never once
ears.
thought. It looks like a fucking. It looks like Godzilla mini to me, without the
It's not
spines.
like Godzilla. What are you on?
I have like a figure of it. I have the figure of it downstairs.
Man, I'm holding a
Is
plushie
he talking
right
about
now.
Mew or Mewtwo?
Mew.
Mew.
Yeah, but Mew looks.
Mewtwo looks like a fucking. You can't tell me that looks like a cat at all. I will not. No, that is one where I'm like, not at all. Okay, that looks like fucking
Mew's a
Frieza.
fish.
Okay.
Mew's a fish.
Mew is a cat.
Fish.
Mew does not look like no damn cat.
What are you even on?
What are you on, Laura?
I'm looking at the plushie.
You know, I was gonna give you a free cookbook, but you control
I refuse to expect your pity
it.
from someone who thinks Mew is a lizard.
Well, I literally, okay, you know what? Where is it? Let me find it. Okay.
I'm
Mew,
also looking at a reference.
Mew Pokemon. I really don't see.
Pretty
Because it
sure
doesn't look
it's-
furry. It doesn't look furry to me. It just looks like a.
the thing. Well, if you were listening earlier, I said it was a cat embryo. So
Embryo?
That's kinda gross.
Yeah.
That's gross.
yeah, because like it holds like all the DNA of like all Pokemon or something.
Yeah, I guess
So,
that is like
yeah.
bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it still looks like a little kaiju to me. I see if it had a cat nose maybe, but it's to me like it just looks like a thing.
Quiet Storm, you'll appreciate this, Jax. Quiet Storm in the chat says Mewtwo is obviously Frieza's second cousin. Come on, people.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Mewtwo is literally Frieza. Like I can't. If someone tries to tell me Mewtwo's a cat, bruh, no, that is we have a discussion.
Is Eevee a cat or a dog?
I thought Eevee was like a fox.
Eevee's
I
a
thought it was a
Pokemon.
fox.
What is wrong with you?
No, I agree with Jax. What species is the fictional creature?
Well,
All
it's
of them.
inspired by, you know.
Money.
That's true.
Money.
Money. We've got to have money.
Mew just
Monday.
has very short, very fine hair.
Yeah.
Mew. Okay.
I don't know, my plushie is pretty fluffy.
Oh.
Flushy, fluffy. Shit.
Mm.
Hey, Laura,
Yo,
what's new with you?
What's new, Scooby-Doo?
what's new with me?
Mm.
Been playing Pokemon.
I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon. We went to the thing together. We all went to. Well, some of us went to, and we will talk about it in a bit. And
Yeah.
we went to Cider. I don't think we've talked since we've been at Ciderfest.
Yeah.
At least not on the podcast. I mean,
Correct.
Yeah, you didn't talk at the wedding.
Nah, they never spoke to me.
You waited for the podcast,
I did.
and I appreciate
didn't want
that.
you guys to find out what I've been doing the past week.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I had a great time at Ciderfest, and then going to the wedding was a lot of fun. And then we had like just a super chilled out, hanging out at home weekend because we had been traveling for 3 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
I was tired.
Yeah, we were sleepy and just kind of hung out on the couch for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
That's a good weekend.
And I obviously played a lot of Pokemon.
Right.
Right. we
Right,
watched
right,
the
right.
nightmares,
Right on Wi-Fi here.
So like everything
Scroll.
is Gordon Ramsay voice.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right, man.
Hear the hand slaps.
By the way, I just want to mention real quick, we got a super chat from Omega, who was at Ciderfest, saying, looks like I popped in during a lovely topic. Haha, what's up, everyone? That was, I believe, when we were talking about rock bottom and how they've gone truly rock bottom. Nathaniel Foga also sends a super chat saying, dang, I didn't know an episode was happening today. Yes, surprise! We're here. Saber, what's new with you?
Oh, kind of run the same vein as Laura, where we've been here at the house, vibing, getting a lot of projects done. Got some big things I'm trying to get moving. At this point, I'm just trying to finish some competent videos to get to the end of the year. And that's it. I want to finish this year strong and then start over next year.
Yeah.
The goal is in sight. It's been a heck of a year. I'm ready to be done with it.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Well, very nice. As far as Sarah and I go, I think most of our updates are also kind of blended into
Topics
that are going to be coming up here, being mostly Ciderfest and the wedding, which we'll be talking a little bit about here coming up. Now, I think it's time, Sarah. Before we get into Ciderfest, why don't we take a look at the thing people have been waiting 22 days to show us. Halloween costumes.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Are touching your butt.
Yes.
Like, as soon as you said that, I knew where it was going.
Yes.
Your butt.
I didn't even know where it was going, but then it went where it wanted to go.
Skeleton
The natural
inside you
progression.
right now.
That's last year.
Oh, is that last year? Okay, hold on.
Sarah's like, wow, we got a lot of...
No, sorry, I was just making sure because I thought maybe people posted
All right.
earlier.
So the first one Sarah's going to pull up here is from Nora Mermaid saying, hello, Semi-Perfect Podcast. This year for Halloween, I dressed up as Miss Piggy from the Muppets.
It's so cute.
It is great.
Kermie.
I freaking killed it at work so much that people said I had the best costume. It was so...
I cannot wait to watch the Muppet Christmas Carol every day from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
What do you think Miss Piggy and Kermit sound like in bed?
No.
You think she's... It feels so good. Fuck me, Kermit.
Awesome.
Tossed around.
Come on, forgive us.
Yeah, does he? I want everyone to know that when we came up with this podcast, these were the exact moments that I dreamed of. but
I believe it.
That's one of Gonzo and Rizzo narrating for the...
No.
That is why extra lube is needed. Like, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yes, please be done.
Why don't you love me?
So anyways, great costume, Nora.
I'm so sorry, Nora.
What? I think Nora looks great. I'm goofing on Muppet stuff because I actually was looking for an excuse to watch Muppet Christmas Carol, but I'm like, no, I have to wait.
We're gonna watch it every day between Thanksgiving and
What
Christmas,
spurred that
so-
thought on though was seeing the new Christmas Story.
The Christmas Story Christmas?
I will watch it out of morbid curiosity for a little bit, but like talk about cashing in.
That's
like,
gonna be like a invite Clan Pat over and we'll drink a bunch and watch.
well, you guys.
Have y'all ever watched a Muppet Family Christmas?
A Muppet Family Christmas?
that
Is that the one where the frog kid dies?
No.
What?
Is that
No, you're
that's
still thinking
Christmas
of
Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Carol.
Okay.
The
That one's more
Muppet
like it's
Family
like a bullet,
Christmas is it's when they get stuck in a vacation home, like because it's snowing. And
Yeah.
like it's got Fraggles, it's got Sesame Street.
Oh, maybe I haven't seen this one.
Oh, I need to see that one then.
Yeah, it's
I
a good
always
one.
loved
It's
that.
very charming and very endearing. I love it.
It was always hype when Sesame Street and like the Muppets like crossed over. I don't know, that shit got me like amped as a kid. Like when fucking Kermit and Cookie Monster were together, I was like, "Yo, they're the same universe." And my sister was like, "Yeah, dumbass."
Yep, it's
my
just
God,
all three
friends.
of their properties like all together in one house.
That's
great.
awesome.
We got Violet Crystal saying, "Hey, Semi-Perfect Pod, I dressed as the ghost with the most this year. Despite the wind and rain, I had a brilliant Halloween trick-or-treating with my bestie. Much love from across the pond." It's showtime.
That's great.
Nice. Beetlejuice.
I like the commitment.
I want to watch. So Beetlejuice the music.
Was that a sound clip or was that Jax?
That was me. That was me.
I gotta get married.
I gotta get married. Yeah, fuck it.
You've said it twice now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next year, I think Beetlejuice the musical is starting its like tour.
About 3 times he's showing up.
And I really want to see it, but all of the theaters are requiring that I buy a season pass and go see 5 shows in addition to the one I want to see.
You cannot sway me to see your other shitty productions. I just want to see this shitty production. Elwin says, I may or may not have dressed up as a certain podcast host OC. Oh. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
Love it.
That is, she skinned my OC.
That's true.
Oh.
You told me about that.
Elwin. Elwin was
got
another.
everybody to sign it.
We got to meet at Ciderfest. Elwin had quite the responsibility at Ciderfest.
Oh, yeah?
Because she also was not only enjoying the weekend for herself, but she was helping her father around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, and her father is quite the handful.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me 10 pounds of cheese curds, of which I've eaten 8 pounds, and I don't think a single pound has left my body. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Also tried to prank me with pickled cheese. I finally figured it out.
Mm.
Yep. Well, it was pickle-flavored cheese, not pickled cheese.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. The way I said it sounded a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah.
Deegan Denigan on Twitter saying, long time no see. Last month Halloween, I just dressed up as an ordinary reaper, so to sit at the door to scare trick-or-treat kids. I also bought 30th anniversary hardcover Goosebumps books from online.
Nice.
I love Goosebumps.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's time for
2009,
Goosebumps!
When I was
It's time to get scared.
Nice.
Nerds!
That's right.
There's all the books.
Scary people.
Sweet.
That's cool.
That's
So
a cool costume.
So those are just the
Nice.
covers?
I
The books don't
I mean,
come
it's-
with them?
I think it's
That's really cool, though.
Oh,
Hardcover
hardcover Goosebumps book. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Hardcover Goosebumps.
Hardcore book.
That's
Nice.
metal.
The hardcore ones.
Sorry, I was bad reading.
Yeah.
Nice. Was that the... Oh, we got more.
Yeah. We
That's
got a
cool. That's
couple.
cool. Anime guy. This year I tried out a different sword fighter. Sarah, take it away.
Ichigo. Kurosaki.
Ichigo, yeah. You're looking great.
I was not going to say that right. I just need to get the WOG properly styled one of these days.
Yeah, the WOG.
The wog.
The WOG.
I think the WOG looks good.
The WOG looks
WOG looks
beautiful.
good. You're rocking it.
I didn't even
Ichigo
know you were
first
wearing a WOG.
Good on you, man.
I feel
I
bad
like
for
it.
everyone that interacts with us.
Let's see
Hope you're
here.
enjoying the season so far. It's been good. They've been really going ham on the animation, anime guy.
Well, cool. Well, thank you for those that participated here, sending us your costumes. We enjoyed seeing those. Sorry that our schedule has been kind of all over the place with the podcast, and it may continue a little bit here as we near the end of the season or end of the year. A lot of that just has to do with
We've just been busy.
a lot of traveling, a lot of things that are lining up, and we haven't yet really calmed down from that. I have like a combination. This happens a lot also with the racing season for me, because
Right.
this is the year the part of the year where all the tracks are doing their last like end of the year races, where there's a lot of traveling involved for us. So. Yeah, we'll keep you all up to speed. We have a good group that joined us here tonight. Want to thank not only the podcasters that made it out on a different day. I know that was kind of unusual and a bit last minute, but also for those joining us here live tonight, despite the schedule change. We got a super chat. This one from Christina saying, I guess mine never went through. Oh no, we missed Christina, Sarah. Are you trying to find
I'm
it?
trying to find it.
Kirby.
Please.
I forgot to hashtag.
Okay.
I can't.
This one?
Shit.
Let's see, hold on. I'm trying to make sure I get the right tweet.
Grace,
Yes,
do I have permission for one dirty Muppet joke?
you have my permission.
It's like Kermit and Piggy are goofing around, and Fozzie's like, Kermit, if you don't wear protection, you'll end up with a cream pie. Waka waka. And then he gets shot.
Like get pied in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like he get shot by like a...
Fozzie just pulls out a pistol.
Waka waka!
It's unalive.
You're sleeping with my wife! Waka waka! What?
Yes. Animal fuck. Yeah.
Sarah's busy trying to find this tweet, and we have just run away with this podcast in this short amount of time.
Oh, yes.
I have it here.
Oh,
What's that eagle's name?
Sam the Eagle.
Suck my wanky wanky! Huh?
okay.
Here we go. We found it!
Hello, yes, officer. I'd like to report the Saberspark podcast.
This guy's a
Christina
weirdo.
says, hope everyone had a safe and happy Halloween. I spent it with some creepy old guy for a couple hours before I ghosted him for some free candy. And it's Lydia
Wait.
from Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Not Beetlejuice fans.
Beetlejuice is good.
That was a big costume this year.
Yay!
A lot of Beetlejuice.
Oh,
Yay,
yeah.
it's Matt.
Matt,
Hello.
what's new, Matt? What's new with you?
Well, I just dropped some folks off at the airport, and
Sweet.
What
please
a
to
good
say,
Samaritan.
and my phone is ringing weirdly. I'm gonna go turn that off in a minute.
They're still in your car. You forgot to actually let them out.
Yeah,
Right? You forgot to get them out of the trunk.
My
No.
luggage!
Pleasingly, the airport here now does a visitor pass. Like, you don't have to have a ticket to get into security.
Yeah, same. Like pretty much everywhere we've been recently.
Huh?
I was able to get my gun in last time. I was
That's true.
surprised.
Nice. What?
It was a water gun.
It was a Nerf gun.
Uh-huh.
I'm just joking. The NSA. I'm just joking.
TSA.
No, I'm talking about the NSA.
Okay.
NSA, TSA, CIA,
Both applicants, right?
NRA.
alphabet soup. So yeah, I'm back and I'm here. Hi.
By the way, Nora.
What did
Good.
you do last week, Matt? Oh wait, the week before. The week before.
Sorry, there. I heard. By the way, Nora, and then words. And
Oh, I was just gonna say, Nora Mermaid sent a super chat saying, "If I hear another pig joke, I'm stealing Laura from Saber."
Oh no. I'm gonna get kidnapped.
That was a while ago, so Nora's on her way.
Yeah, right.
Get ready.
Nora went whole hog on that threat.
Just knocking the door. Open up! Waka waka!
Thank you.
All right. So, as Saber alluded to, most of us have alluded to, PanamaMatt is here. Why don't we talk about Ponyville Ciderfest?
Sounds good. Carry on.
We went to Ciderfest. It feels like it was way more than 2 weeks ago. But it was. So yeah, I went to Milwaukee. Had a great time. It was a very fun convention.
I'm
Huh?
watching the vlogs. I don't want to spoil myself. So should I like mute myself?
Oh
Watch
yeah,
the vlog?
I'll bring.
You don't want to spoil yourself.
We'll let you know when to come back.
Don't spoil yourself.
We did mention you in the first one. Oh wait, he's gone.
Yes, we did. Did you like my edit?
But yeah, I did like your edit. I was like, oh, that's a callback from last year.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, we again, I just know that when we were leaving the convention, we all kind of, I felt like, had the same sentiment. It was just a really fun weekend overall. You know, had a busy panel lineup as usual. Had fun with that, kind of a mixture of day and nighttime panels. Kind of expanded the, I guess, working relationship, if you will, with I almost said Fire Team Harmony. Step to Harmony. We did see Fire Team Harmony there, some of their other members. But, yeah, it was, to me, this was just another solid convention, headed by Charlie and Michelle. And once again, Ciderfest proved to be a great weekend, wonderful food in the area, great people.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah. It's all gone. But it was really cool to me to see a lot of new faces. Folks that joined us here on the podcast. As mentioned, we saw Elwin, we saw Omega, saw Bowden. I think all three of those that are in the podcast chat right now, I think it was all three. Was that? I'm trying to remember. Elwin, we may have met. Have we met Elwin before? I think we've met Elwin before. But anyways, it was good seeing everybody throughout. And we had a Ready Player Dumb meet up at one point.
Yeah.
It was the weekend after my birthday, so I got a lot of birthday gifts. And oh my gosh, speaking of Elwin, by the way, so Elwin got me like this entire bag. I didn't open it up till I got home, and it was filled with chocolates and candy and peanut butter cups and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my god. There was so much stuff in there. So thank you so much, Elwin, for the gift. Thank you, Anime Guy. Got me a birthday cake. Bowden gave me a race car gift. It was just all over. As I mentioned, it was great seeing Omega there. He was at his first convention, so it was just cool to see so many familiar faces. And then I'm sure there's others of you that we've seen in addition to all that it was just so much fun. And yeah, I'll let you all kind of speak on what you thought of Ponyville Ciderfest.
I had a blast. Whole time. Good vibes all around.
Hell yeah.
It was the exact convention.
Yeah. I love having the late night panels, honestly. Like, I know sometimes it's like, whoo, whole day of panels. Now it's like, chill out for the evening, but like, man, I live for those late night panels.
Yeah.
They were
had a lot of fun with Jesse. Had a lot of fun with Step to Harmony. A lot of familiar faces, a lot of mutuals, a lot of people where it's like almost a family reunion. Yeah. And Charlie, Michelle, exquisite con chairs and staff. They always bring such a classy degree of quality and care to these conventions. We don't give them enough praise for what they do. But we got to meet their pup too.
Ahsoka,
Ahsoka's
the best pup. She's so good. And there were pups that worked at the hotel.
That's right.
The concierge pups.
Hotel was haunted. Really vintagey architecture.
So cool.
I guess a bit Art Deco. They had a nice vibe. My only thing was that vending machines were like few and far between.
Yeah, it was like only on one floor, and they ran out of water today.
But yeah, I like Milwaukee. I think it's the city and the convention come at a time of the year where it almost sets the table for me to be like, it's autumn, and it's a nice seasonal shift with the tone and the feeling, vibe, in a very party, cold city with like big coats, nice food.
Or like, the tiniest little cosplay for me.
Yep. Me too. And I like that Milwaukee, I know those things without its hardships and crazy, but like where we were, it's like a nice calm, I guess, part of the town. Doesn't feel like there's too much foot traffic. Feel safe walking outside. It's a good city. I think it's a good convention. I highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
We're not safe, however, from old ladies laughing at you because you're wearing a full My Little Pony costume.
Nobody
in the freezing cold.
Old ladies have no chill. Okay, they laugh at whatever they want.
You sure
They have plenty of
Hey,
chill.
old bitch, what are you laughing at?
Yeah, but I'm not a mean person, so.
Give me your dog.
Give me
Also,
your cute
Laura,
pup.
it's called commitment. Thanks for
Yeah,
the
I did. I committed hard.
But yeah, no, Ciderfest was a lot of fun.
And if you want to see how hard I committed, you should
Magnus.
go on over to ACRacebest channel on YouTube and watch the vlogs.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I have the vlogs in the works.
Speaking of the vlogs.
Speaking of, Anime Guy just posted a super chat saying, I'm excited for the After Bronies React vlog. So, me too. I'm actually adjusting some editing as far as the vlogs go. This has nothing really pertaining to that. But tomorrow I'm anticipating the Bronies React panel to go live. And then likely Friday, I think I'll have probably about every 2 days I'll be uploading something from Ciderfest. So I think Friday we'll probably have that vlog up. And I think that vlog's going to be the entirety of the end of Friday. So it'll have some highlights from our Jackbox panel that was later in the night. We also were part of, this one wasn't filmed, but we were also part of the Horse Famous After Dark panel with Noacking.
Oh my.
As Saber said, always great to see Jesse at these conventions.
Jesse's a blast.
Love that guy.
Yeah. So yeah, and then and I'm sure Paleo right now remembers about 30% of the convention because most of it was him dealing with his tooth pain.
Yeah.
But regardless, Paleo and they were roommates.
Yes.
Oh my god, they were roommates?
Oh my god. But yeah, any last thoughts on Ciderfest?
Well, I guess we'll be hunting for a different place for cheese curds next year.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
We do know a few places because we did go to AG Bombers. We didn't go to Lakefront this time.
No, you're right. You're right. We did not.
Right.
So, I guess we'll have to expand our horizons next year. But certainly hope to be back. And again, one more major shout out to all the staff that helped put on that convention. Just very, very friendly and willing to help group. And I have zero complaints about the convention. So, super duper job to all of you that worked the con. So that was Ciderfest. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more details to be revealed through the vlogs that will be coming out over the next couple weeks. So hopefully you all are able to enjoy those, including the Bronies Direct panel, which should be posted tomorrow, as well as the end of Friday posted Friday. Hey. With that, Sarah,
Yes.
you have here a mention of a thing that came out recently, and I know that I've posted a video about this, Saber's posted a video about this, other people may have posted videos about this, but it's happened, folks. Zootopia Plus has come out.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was...
And it has only whetted your appetite for more.
It makes me want more, okay? It's, what would you call it, a mini-series?
Anthology mini-series.
Lion King 1.5.
They're shorts. They're short. They're not pants. They're shorts.
They're shorts.
They're shorts.
Shorts.
Yeah, so there were 6 episodes?
Yes.
6 episodes, ranging between 5 and 8 minutes. I only know this because I watched Saber's video recently, and it taught me everything I needed to know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed, by the way, Saber, in your video where you're like, what's the episode I'm forgetting? Oh, I got them all. But that was good. I enjoyed that.
That's how we know there are 6.
Yes. So yeah, Zootopia Plus came out.
Yeah.
And so I guess spoilers ahead.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers.
So yeah, we'll put up a spoiler screen for this because we will be discussing things that happen in them. Now they are shorts. There's not like a shitload of development in them, but this is something that I don't. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly encourage you to go check it out. And I wouldn't want to take away any of the moments from a first viewing. So, Hocus Pocus 2.
Yes.
Here we go. Hocus Pocus 2.
So,
the
Zootopia Boogaloo.
So Zootopia Plus. From this point forward, we're going to be discussing spoilers for Zootopia Plus until this spoiler screen goes down, and then you will be safe. There we go. Sit it. Hope you've muted it by now. And Zootopia Plus.
Yeah.
So there's 6 episodes. All of them taking place during the movie. I think Jax was the one who pointed out it being like Lion King 1.5.
Lion King 1.5.
And
Best Lion King.
And
Hirosashii's
the episodes each taking place during the movie, involving characters that we see throughout the movie, including Mr. Big, Frou Frou, his daughter, Weaselton, and
Weaselton.
Weaselton.
No, Weaselton.
No, it's Weaselton. That's the whole joke.
That's the joke.
Weaselton.
He's accidentally called Weaselton, and he's like, it's Weaselton.
There's a part in that short where he runs up the staircase, and like I remember Sarah laughing hard at that.
Yeah, it's like the Muppet Kermit, like. Okay, I have rewatched his short the most. Like, the song is so fucking good, and the animation is so top notch for Weaselton. Like, you know, the animators had a lot of fun animating him specifically. Like, his design is just so fun.
So that was the first big standout to me was the quality.
Yeah.
Like, this was movie quality. Now they are shorts, but I like that it doesn't dip at all in the quality.
If you've been watching the other Disney shorts, you would know this. Like the ones from Up and the ones from the Baymax ones, like they're still like movie quality.
Yes.
But since they're shorts, they can be that quality.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've seen. I didn't know there were Up ones, but I've seen the I've seen the Baymax ones, and it's smart. It's smart, but I will say, and this is I guess like maybe an obvious for me. I didn't know what to expect going in. I didn't see any of the trailers going in. And people had asked me way back when this was announced, will you be sad if Judy and Nick are like just in the background? Essentially, that's what happens. They have no development in this. There's no growth to their story. There's really no addition for them. Not really any new scenes. Maybe a few new shots of them, but outside of that, nothing new for Judy and Nick. That said, I thoroughly loved what they gave here, and as I say in I call it a live bronies react. Somebody recently was like, "This is hardly a bronies react," and I'm like, "It is bronies reacting, bitch."
Bronies reacting to furries.
But yeah, no, I for me this was. It was fun. I would have loved to have more Judy and Nick, but I'm hoping the reason that we didn't get more from them has to do with my dream that there is, in fact, at some point going to be a sequel, and that's when we get to expand upon their story. So, that's my hope. Yeah. But this was a lot of fun.
The sequel will just be about Flash and Priscilla.
No, that would walk out that theater. Imagine holding your fucking like bladder the entire theater, just like, so, Priscilla. What?
See, the movie's actually sped up like 4 times. It's the real length of the movie is like 12 hours.
12-hour film, and you got to sit down, and Race would just be sitting there.
Oh my God! Imagine that though. Imagine it from their perspective, but they're just talking regular, and everything around them is moving like super fast, and that'd be weird.
You know, that would be so. Oh God! And they make it some sort of drama. Like it's just like, oh, the life around me is always sped up, and I'm so slow, and I can't handle it. But then I found Priscilla, who understands me, and I love her so much. And then they'll see there. I'm giving you free stuff, Disney.
Dude,
I'm giving you a dramatic short.
What is life?
Because you remember with Finding like Dory, like Finding Nemo, you watch Dory, she's like, oh, this is forgetful. This is hilarious. And then you watch Finding Dory, it's just like, oh fuck, she has a serious mental.
Tragic.
Just like, this is. You feel like an asshole when you go back to watching Finding Nemo. Like after watching Finding Dory, it's just like I feel so bad. Okay.
We got a super chat from Base saying the Zootopia Plus Bronies React had a typo. It meant to say Diet Furries React. Got him.
There is nothing diet about them.
Diet. No, so yeah, no. This again, I had a lot of fun. I'm curious to know what your all expanded thoughts are on Zootopia Plus.
I love that they're doing it. I love one of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons was I think it was 22 or 23 short stories around Springfield. Where you just get all the little backstories and the little segments from all the background characters.
That's awesome.
I love that plot development. I love that world building. I love that. Yeah, so I love that they're doing it with Zootopia in particular because there's a world there.
Yeah, and we do learn about it.
Yeah, you learn about it during the thing, but now you see it. You get to come along with it. What was Frou Frou doing? Shopping before that donut nearly ended her life.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying is in the shorts you learn about it. I think Paleo was going to expand on that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say like my favorite short is like the Godfather of the Bride.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, because like we see like what Zootopia was like before, like however many years ago, where like the rodents didn't have their little town that was in the city. The polar bears like they also weren't like it was just like a regular city, like it didn't have all these different like sections for all the different.
Yeah, it seems like Tundra Town wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
The Polish bears.
Polish bears.
Yeah, no, it was again, I enjoyed that expansion, like learning that Mr. Big was apparently the guy who created, if you will,
Little Rodentia.
Little Rodentia, yeah.
That scene with him going across the ocean.
Oh my god.
That was hilarious.
That's a great.
The ocean, quote unquote.
So good.
Loved it. The waters were rough, and it just zooms out.
Like,
It's just
Loved
so
it.
good.
It's fucking back in my life.
Yeah, no, that's the thing for me is I had genuine laugh out loud moments,
laugh out.
laugh out moments with
Different for laugh in.
each of the episodes.
Yeah.
The Frou Frou episode with Mandy, the mouse from prison.
Yeah.
Just got out of prison.
I love her.
I just got out of prison.
I want to know why she's in prison.
You know why.
That's what I want this people to be. I want it to be just about her.
Maid of honor? I'd love to if it's within a 5-mile radius.
Yeah. God. What were your all? If you could narrow it down, what was your favorite episode?
Godfather of the Bride. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and Dinner Rush.
Dinner Rush made me so angry.
I love Sam. She's cute.
Sam is very cute.
Mm-hmm.
But Flash and Priscilla made me want to murder somebody.
I mean, otters are adorable, but that is absolutely a stress situation right there.
It was too real.
Yeah, I think it's Godfather of the Bride and then Duke the Musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
For me, the Clawhauser episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that's definitely my second.
Like, it's just like what absolutely pushes that one over the edge for me is the bit where Clawhauser does jump off of the stage, and there's just that like oh no, he fell, and then Bogo reappears.
Yeah.
You think he's left.
Amazing.
And he's in his full body makeup.
Yeah.
Let's get this, son.
And then they make out.
Boyfriends, I love it.
I can honestly say that I enjoyed them all.
Yeah.
It was good. The one that I don't think we've mentioned yet. What's
Got a
that?
robot
Oh.
trying to get us on hot dates.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
that.
no.
What's that?
I got
Bot,
the
new
robot.
dating
online. New dating online.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's
New
do it.
Thank you, Quiet Storm. You beat me to it.
Beat me to it too. Good shot.
What's the website? I need to get on that.
XXX.
Oh, right. That was the 7th episode of Zootopia Plus. But yeah, no, the Stu and Bonnie episode. That was a great starter to like kind of kick off the what to expect from the series. Sarah keeps pointing. There's a super chat from Nathaniel Foga. It says, if Race had to wait over 8 years for a Chippendale movie, surely he can wait just as long for a Zootopia sequel.
He will, but why would you do that to him?
Wreck-It Ralph just celebrated 10 years.
Wait, Ralph,
wait.
Yeah.
And Twitter, and I entered the internet, and Elon Musk bought my game.
What's up, Paleo?
Like, if you have to wait 8 years, are you talking about like from when the movie released?
Yeah.
Because that means there's only 2 more years then. 2024.
I know.
There you go.
Holy shit, is that true?
Yeah.
Whew.
It's been so. This is the one sad part with Zootopia is that Frozen and Wreck-It Ralph both got their sequels 6 years after.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, and it's
so
6 years after now.
Zootopia Plus.
I guess the good news is that Zootopia didn't have a disappointing. didn't have Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor Sarah, I just remember how excited you were. You were like, oh my god, I get to see Felix and Calhoun have a sex scene and everything.
No.
For all 30 seconds
I just wanted them to be acknowledged, and they were barely there.
Well, and worst off, they didn't even get to have sex. They adopted.
They adopted
There's
15
not even a
fucking
confirmation
children.
they've ever had sex.
Why did they adopt so many kids? Like, that's such a weird fucking move.
They're just...
No, wait a second. You're assuming they didn't have sex because they adopted. Doesn't mean they didn't have sex.
Well, no, it's just that we don't have confirmation that they did.
Yeah,
They do.
we needed to at least see.
You know they do.
They do.
Prove it to me.
Calhoun,
Sarah.
bend over in that position I like.
Sarah, tell me, okay, tell me how they have sex, so I can believe it.
No, I don't want to do that on the podcast. We gotta get moving to the next.
But it's a
topic.
spoiler. The spoiler screen's up, so you won't be spoiling.
Zootopia.
We gotta get to the next topic. Sorry, 7:15.
Oh, what a cop out. Okay, all right.
He like. I'm not gonna say it.
He's just the right height. So yeah, any last thoughts on Zootopia Plus before we move on?
It's good to go see it.
Yeah,
Go
see
watch
it.
it. if you haven't already.
that someone that works on that team drew Priscilla and Flash in bed.
I hope so.
Pull my hair.
Oh, yeah. Priscilla.
I'm
Right.
done. God, yes, me. I'm tapping out. I'm here.
You think it would take long?
Oh,
to
yeah.
I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna look this up.
You have fun.
Slow down.
We're-
Hurting me.
I'm
Sarah,
taking
we're
down the
going-
spoiler screen. So
Sorry.
stop talking.
Wow, there is one result for Flash. Damn.
What?
That's it?
I don't believe that.
What?
But I guess that satisfies the
Yeah.
rule. But
There should be.
Your
It's an image, and like there's text. He says,
Mouth.
"I hear you like things slow."
slow. Put it in your mouth.
We gotta move on. Many of us took a trip to Arizona.
Sarah, aren't you glad that you were here for the podcast this week?
Well, I am usually here. I'm just usually late.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's much more on A61. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, let me check. Whoa. I'm coming.
Now.
By that time, he's already done it.
Right.
It's traveling slowly.
welcome to the rest of the podcast, everyone.
Jesus. So speaking of stuff, we went to Arizona recently.
We damn sure did.
We did.
Willingly?
Dude, I went on another journey. I went out to LA.
Yes.
I went out and got to meet some online mutuals of mine and do a little interview, and then I popped over and got to go to Jeffrey and Sarah's home and got to see the Ready Player Dumb Command Center.
Yeah.
Got to crash in their guest room, and then we went off on a long road trip, which just really great conversation because it felt like it was a 4-hour drive, not a 9-hour drive.
Yeah.
It was great. It was.
I loved it. I love talking to you guys. You guys are like my favorite people to talk to.
Aw, well, we love talking to you too. It was. No, I was excited actually when Saber kind of was like, "Hey, when we go to Arizona, what if I come to LA and then we drive to Arizona?" And I was like, "Hell yeah! You're gonna have a longer drive from LA to Tucson, but we're gonna have a good time."
Yeah.
And we got beef jerky, and I don't even remember what we ate.
Well, we started off the drive with the car almost blowing.
Oh yeah! Sarah got an oil change the week before, and apparently there was still some oil.
Well, just the day before.
The day before, that it makes more sense.
Goodness.
And yeah, I pulled up to a stoplight, and all of a sudden all the smoke passes us, and I'm like, that's not usually good. And I raised the motor. Yeah, I did a lot. I raised the hood just to check on it, and I could smell some oil, but basically it was just burning off some oil that must have
spilled some stuff.
Yeah, spilt. So luckily that was not a big problem. And then yeah, we went to Pepe's.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, that was nice. That was a good trip.
Yes.
So the car almost blew, and so did you.
Yes.
Yeah. It was good breakfast. Nice long drive to the desert. I got to go through a desert with a long road trip. See all the giant windmills. See like the flatlands and cacti. I got to see the giant mountains in the distance. Drove through Phoenix. We went to this nice Mexican restaurant. We ate Mexican twice in the same day. My God Almighty, we're crazy.
We did.
We had this really authentic Mexican meal at this like Mexican restaurant in Tucson called Del Taco.
Yeah.
And
Not authentic, right?
no, I'm joking. By the way.
I mean, it is originally from California.
It was really good.
It was good. Do you remember the name of it?
Let me see if I can find it.
But yeah, it was.
Del Taco a real thing?
Yes, it's like a Taco Bell knockoff.
See, that's like it's actually funny because most people prefer Del Taco out here. Over Taco Bell.
Significantly better.
Yeah, fresher ingredients and
El
is
Charro
the claim.
Cafe. El
Well,
Charro.
fresh ingredients with Taco Bell's
And
like
apparently they're like one of the only
identifiable
like,
ingredients.
There you go.
Their ingredients
dry their
are
meats
Think that's meat?
on their roof.
Yeah, Saber ordered it. They do this El Charro beef thing.
Right, tell me about that.
Yep.
And they like dry it on the roof. I guess they're the only place in the States that like
has clearance. to
Yeah.
do that.
It was such a bizarre like.
Where was this?
in Tucson. El Charro.
Damn it!
It was really good.
Can't believe
I got. It was like simultaneously dry and puffy, and then also like moist. I guess it was an odd sensation, but tasted very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to try some of that. It was it was just nice. It was a great day. It was a really nice day, and then we arrived in Tucson that night.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to fully remember.
Sat around a fire and chatted
That's
with
right.
everybody.
That's right. There was a campfire with some of the pre-game folks.
Yeah.
Mostly it was the people that were there for the bachelor or bachelorette party, which went off in different directions the next day.
So when we were driving up to Gabe's neighborhood, and this ended up being not even a problem at all, at all. But I was like, yeah, we're driving up I hear boss music. I'm like, the Scorpions. Like, blood music from Halo. But no, I didn't see a single snake or a single even creepy crawly, except for ants the entire time.
Yeah.
The only thing I saw in the way of wildlife is I saw some birds, some coyotes. That's it. I mean, Gabe was like, well, yeah, it's winter. They're hibernating. I'm like, well, shut up.
What does he know?
When I went
Nothing.
to Saguaro, I did hear some distant javelinas when I was hiking.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you hunt them?
No.
Oh.
Some distant what?
Javelinas, the wild pigs over there.
Oh,
The things that chased Gabe and that one burned his neck.
right.
Yeah, so we did that, hung out a bit the night before, and then the following day was the day that we took off for the bachelor party.
Yeah.
And it was just a wild day. So Claire and her girls went off for the bachelorette.
I went to Saguaro National Park.
Sarah did her own thing. Sarah went off to where did you go?
Saguaro National Park.
That's right.
Can you say it one more time, sir?
Huh?
Say it one more time.
Saguaro.
And then Saber, myself, Gabe's brother Nate, and we let Gabe come to the bachelor party too.
Let's consider it.
Yeah, we were thinking about it. We're like, I guess it'd be rude not to. And then Dan, right? I think the fifth individual, Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant.
He actually is in the military, so. And I didn't think once to call him Lieutenant Dan. Now I'm upset. So we. It started with the four of us. We met Dan at the Airbnb that we stayed at in Phoenix. But along the way, we stopped to pick up. And Gabe, the only thing Gabe knew about was the one thing that was happening the following day, which we'll get into. Gabe was unaware that his brother rented a Lamborghini for, I guess, was it 24 hours? And so whenever we were going around, we had to go shopping a few times. We were taking the Lamborghini around.
So you got to answer me this question then. How is it for storage space inside?
Terrible. So as far as I could
Not
tell,
like you'd expect.
5 or 6 people into that?
No.
Turn on the roof.
Yeah. You ride on the roof. No, it was actually funny because, 4 of us went to pick up this car, and the lady at the front desk is like, so you're all going to be in this car? And we're like, yeah. And so
Cool, right?
there's 2 seats. That's it. That is your storage. There are 2 seats.
Mm-hmm.
And then the front of the car has imagine a VW Bug where you open up the front and it's like, oh yeah, I could put like a suitcase here, a small suitcase. Lamborghini has 0 space to put anything, but that's why Saber and I, we were like, oh, we got this. We took the minivan.
Nice.
Everything got some get up and go.
Dude, we drove the shit out of that thing. But yeah, so we had fun. We did that, and then went to the Airbnb, which was immaculate. It was like this massive Airbnb. It was the house was big and spacious. It was like a water park in the backyard, a huge pool, a huge patio area, a lot of like grilling and cooking options, which Saber was so gracious to just take full advantage of, to the point of burning himself with butter. How's your arm, by the way?
For the most part.
Good.
That's how you know a good chef. They have burn scars.
So yeah, we and then after getting acquainted and whatnot, and kind of just getting a lay of the land, we went go-karting that night, which was hilariously fun. Saber's quite the go-karter, I'll tell you.
I can be very competitive.
I loved it. I didn't know who was going to be. I expected more out of Gabe, to be honest, but I think we scared him.
Gabe and play too nice. I can see Saber playing dirty.
Gabe crashed, so we made sure of it.
Oh, okay.
No.
And then we got from there. After go-karting, we went back to the Airbnb, and that's where we did some swimming, and like I said, Saber cooked up this incredible, all these steaks and burgers and hot dogs and potato salad. There's so much food, and I was so happy. Like life was just wonderful. Like
And
this.
you guys ran around the pool, had a film. You did some kind of like this running through the water park section of it, jumping in the water itself, which was freezing, and then jumping in the hot tub.
Yeah.
You fell into the hot tub. That's right. You slipped because everyone else was like hopping in, and then you were like, yeah, and then you slipped and you just like kind of like tumbled into the hot tub.
Someone got that on video.
Yes.
I did.
Yes. I was desperate to get into that hot tub at any cost. I was like, oh my god.
Good thing it was there, right?
Yeah.
Well, it would have broken his spine.
Exactly.
Yeah. No. This. This whole. So I don't know what we're thinking, and we did it 3 times, by the way. We progressively built up to it. First time we ran through the water park section. Second time we ran through the water park section and jumped in the pool. Third time we went down the slide that they had. We had to go down the slide, but the water was like 50 degrees.
Oh.
Like it was, and you know, Arizona in November is just beautifully hot, right? So. Right. Yeah, it was cold. I'm surprised I didn't get sick from that, to be honest.
Hey, but it doesn't kill you.
Right. So we did that. Had an amazing meal. We played Halo, like late into the night, and that was. Did I miss anything there, Saber?
Good gracious, I think that about wraps it up as far as our. As far as our B&B shenanigans and how we had like a B&B with like all of us taking these big bedrooms and still had 3 bedrooms.
Yeah. Jeez. Now, Saber, what did we do the following morning?
So envious.
We had donuts.
We had donuts. A donut.
Okay, so at around I'd say 5 in the morning, I woke up in bed. And the reality was starting to hit me that I'm going to be jumping out of a plane later that day. And I started getting like a really upset stomach with my guts and twists and knots or whatever. And I was reading about like, does this place have a kill count?
That's exactly what you want to do.
Which it does. But it was a really bizarre happening where it was back in 2015. And what ended up happening is it was a tandem jump, and a dust double kicked up for the tandem jumpers, and the person who was the I guess the newbie died, and the instructor broke a lot of bones. So, but that is exceptionally rare. We even were saying that us driving the Lambo the night before was much more dangerous than jumping out of a plane.
Oh, yeah.
With these guys who've done this nearly 10,000 times. And that, like, just the technology, the redundancy, that we're good. And I kind of just surrendered myself saying, Steven, in the past you would run from this, fight this. And there's something about me now that's changed where I'm like, I want to live life. I don't want to miss this moment. And I want to overcome this. So I'm doing it. And oddly enough, and I kind of like this, I was excited. Like, terrified, but excited. And I like that. I'm like, is this what fuels these freaks to jump in the air? So we all got in the car, dropped off the Lambo, and took off to Skydive Phoenix, which the entire staff was fantastic. And the paperwork, it's funny because we're like sky suits and helmets, and like, don't need it.
Right.
Like, oh, well, okay. Apparently you can jump naked if you want to. But, well, I don't know about us, but people have jumped naked before.
Right.
So, we got the rundown of what to do. Be a banana. To push your hips up or out. And then got in the plane. And as soon as the door closed, my instructor said, there's no turning back now. And I'm like, I know that. Like, I kind of just said again to myself, like, Steven, get to the plane. And at that point, it's too late. So you have no choice.
I mean, the plane's going to land again, hopefully.
Well, and that's...
No,
well,
I know.
It's funny because on the way to the place, I was like, what if the plane crashes? We'll have to jump. And I think that kind of made me laugh, where I'm like, it is ridiculous for me to feel that way. because here I am, like, sometimes I remember back in the day when I was still afraid of flying, like in Boeing planes, which was like in the early 2010s.
I mean, to be fair, that's valid.
well, I was like, if a Boeing plane crashes, is there a parachute on board? And it's like,
No.
No, there's not. So, no, it was, got in the plane, and we all piled in on these 2 bars, and they gave us instructions, and we climbed, and felt the cold air. I saw the shaky door. I was already kind of mentally preparing myself of what it's going to be like. I know that it's going to be roaring and loud and cold, and I just tell myself, like, this is just a moment. It will pass. You'll be fine. Just a moment. If it is, if I do die, then, I won't be caring in a few minutes. So, yeah, the door opened. And the entire time I'm told, like, there is no falling sensation. Something about terminal velocity and the plane nullifying. I asked this to Gabe, I asked this to Nate, I asked this to the instructors. They're all like, yeah, that's the case. That's what happened. So, door opens, and these 2 individual jumpers wrap their legs together, and they're standing outside the plane holding this little metal bar, and they just jump, and I just see them up. And I immediately went, uh-oh. And
it got real.
I was like, methinks I've been deceived. And I'm like, well, it's too late. So there's a few moments where my heart jumped, and the anxiety definitely got me. But I pushed through. I told myself, trust the technology, trust the professional, just do as they say. That's your best chance of making.
Yeah, trust the dude you're hooked to that has every incentive to survive.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. My body's telling me everything about this is wrong. Everything. But I know logically, my brain's like, this is human technology and experience, and we use that to bolster our confidence, knowing that the chances of something going wrong are very slim. It'd be a bad business if it wasn't.
Right.
So, yeah, they said, put your legs outside the plane, and I'm like, what? Like, because my brain going, don't make sense. That don't make no sense.
Right.
But I still just kind of went with it. I felt the instructor push me forward, and I put my legs out the door. I held my head up, and I gritted my teeth, and then the falling sensation, the whoosh. And it's such a fucking rush. And the point where it was sensory overload for me, and all I could think as I'm dropping, feeling that dropping sensation was, they lied to me, they lied to me, they lied to me. I actually even mouthed it with my lips. And which is nice to know that even in the face of potential death, I'd still have my contempt on my head, on my mind. So, falling sensation went away. I was still kind of like out of my mind, just trying to grasp everything from just like seeing all the blue, the clouds, just looking around. And I'll admit, at that moment when I finally got my bearings, I'm like, this is incredible. Like, what a sensation to be falling and just going so fast that you don't feel you don't feel the butterflies in your stomach, in your tummy
Because
anymore.
you're no longer accelerating.
Right.
Once you hit terminal.
Well, then the instructor kind of narrowed his body, and we sped up a bit. When I'm like, yeah. But I saw the guy flying with me, who was the camera guy. Waved at him. I'm like, oh yeah, hi. And then felt the jerking of the parachute, and that's when my brain's like, you made it. You made it. The parachute deployed. You're good. And there was a bit of a relief then. I felt nauseous, but an extreme sense of joy. To the point where I actually started tearing up, where I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I still felt a bit of fear. I'm like, man, like, what if I become unbuckled? Like, what if I fall? Even though I know it's not true. But because those little hooks are, like, insanely powerful and strong. And the guy's like, here, hold the little parachute, like, cords to turn left and right. And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, no, let me show you how it's done. And he like really yanked on it. And we start spinning in circles. And I'm like, go. And then the landing where he's like, hold your legs up, drop them. And it was a bit of a landing where my butt went on the dirt. But be on the ground, to be done with it, the relief, the exhilaration, to be like, we did it. That was exhilarating.
I think a word you like, almost spiritual. It's like, oh my god,
spiritual.
It was. I was really confused at myself throughout this whole experience, because I figured at some point it was gonna hit me. I was gonna freeze. I was gonna have this moment where my brain went, okay, no, now this joke is fucking over. You're not jumping out of this plane.
Right.
and I never got to that point. I've always said if I was ever going to jump out of a plane, if I was ever going to go skydiving, it had to be for the right reason, like the right circumstance, with the right people. The circumstance, this is Gabe's bachelor party. Of fucking course he's gonna make us jump out of a goddamn plane because the guy's a maniac. The right people, though. Gabe, he was a licensed skydiver. He's gone skydiving at a bronies rack, for God's sakes. His brother, who's done this, he's done skydiving multiple times. Both of them in the military. Having those two. Like, for me, it went a long way having them have the confidence in the equipment, the people, everything they were seeing in the process. I'm like, if they feel good about what's happening, I trust what's happening. Mm-hmm. On top of that, I also needed the other half of the group, the Saberspark. And also, Dan mentioned... Cool. Yeah, Dan was fun throughout that whole weekend. But he also, all three of us... had never gone skydiving. We were all going through those same emotions of what the fuck are we doing? Are we actually doing this?
Well, Dan was so confident, let me start over. Dan was so sure-footed and steady and calm that when we were there, I'm like, wait, you haven't done this? Like, no. I'm like, what? So, but no, to like echo on what you just said, like, Race, if there was a group to jump with, it would be this group. Yeah. And I was talking to Laura, I think, yesterday, where, like, let's say if I didn't do it, I would be full of regrets right now, full of it. And I'm so glad that isn't the case. I feel like that was such a cool life moment to share with you guys. Like, oh my God, we bonded. That was wonderful.
It was incredible. And like you said, just throughout the whole experience, the falling, the biggest thing that stuck out to me was how dry your mouth gets. Because I wanted to yell something at one point. I was like, yeah, and it just goes, yeah, and like, oh.
I was like,
and yeah, I was also kind of the same way. I actually expected to be worse, leading up to the jump, and I expected to be worse after the parachute deployed. Like, I figured that's when maybe the heights would kick in, like, oh my God, like how high I am, but it still never happened. And yeah, like you said, the staff were great. Saber and I both were like, absolutely get as many fucking angles and pictures and video of this. So I have proof that I did it, because I felt like an hour after we jumped, we were sitting and eating lunch. And I forget where that was, but it was also good.
It was fantastic. It was a great burger place.
It was. But we were sitting there, and I'm like, it's so weird because I feel like I could be convinced that it didn't happen. Like,
right, it felt so like out of body, like very ethereal and dreamlike. Absolutely.
Yeah, and honestly, the only thing on my body that could really prove to me, like, no, something definitely happened an hour ago, is I think I got some windburn from it, because I had that.
What did I?
Yeah, that light. Like, I was like, did I get sunburned? I'm like, how did I get sunburned? And I'm like, oh, it's the wind. Because I jumped out. Like, I think all but Dan, we all jumped without any suits or helmets or anything. So, it was incredible. I'm so glad that we did it. I'm not lining up to do it again, but it was. Again, maybe the right circumstance happens again, and now it's been done. Saber and I are going to go skydiving before every convention now.
Oh,
love it.
We'll just have to jump off buildings.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing, right? Then the group's like, okay, so now let's start talking about bungee jumping, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, guys.
I'd sooner go scuba diving, though. I actually feel like scuba diving, I'm a bit more approachable, or it's a bit more approachable for me to go towards like bodies of water, like the ocean or whatever. Because I fully wear it on my sleeves of like nature and the ocean and just like what's in there. Yeah. So there's that. Like I went snorkeling in Hawaii, and I'm like, this felt beautiful and great, but I also know that a shark could come up and get me, or more likely a current can pull me out into the ocean and I'll die drowning. So
You're a bright ray of sunshine. You know that?
Well, that's
It's because he's lived with me for so long.
But that's the truth.
Sorry.
Though. Like the ocean takes no prisoners; it will kill you. And I wear my. I'm fully aware of that, of how small I am to the ocean. But like, I think scuba diving will be another plane of ethereal, like, I guess, adventure to go underwater and be like, fill all the equipment and breathing underwater and going around looking at things, like the fucking boats or whatever. I don't know. I do that. I feel like in that environment, there's more likely a chance of things going wrong versus skydiving, which is like a very proven process where a shark's not going to come flying out of the air and get you.
Well, and that
Sharknado.
That's what's so funny to me is that my manager at work, he's a scuba diving instructor. He's a doober. But he's an instructor for scuba divers learning, and he's like, oh no, I would never ever jump out of a plane. Like, to him, like, the idea of, he's like, the two aren't even comparable. Like, which they're not. But, yeah, definitely two sides of that spectrum. But I'm so glad we did it. Gabe actually had a 3-step process for talking Saber into it. And props to Saber. Gabe didn't even get to use step 1 because, yeah, Saber was like, let's go. I remember also, one last note on the skydiving. I remember, I think it was when you just got to our house and you were standing in the kitchen and you looked me right in the eyes and you said, are you actually going to do it? Are you actually going to go skydiving?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And you're like, damn it. I wouldn't have done it if you didn't do it. But if you do it, I gotta do it. And I was like, yeah, let's just fucking do it. Oh shit. But yeah, no, it was incredible. And that was just the bachelor party. I guess then to fast forward, so that was basically the end of the bachelor party. Then we headed back home to Phoenix. Saber got a great nap in the back of the van. I was envious dude. I was envious at how well you slept back there. I was like, damn, that guy.
I was exhausted.
Yeah. Well, after skydiving, I don't blame you. That was a lot of adrenaline at once.
Right.
And then we made it back to Gabe's house. Did the rehearsal dinner. So we stopped by the venue, took a quick look around, did a quick run through for the wedding, and then had a big rehearsal dinner party the night before. So did all that, and a lot of this is still a blur to me, and I blame the skydiving for that, where it's like, what happened? Mm-hmm. And then Saturday rolled around, and it was the day of the wedding. Yep. At this point, Laura had arrived. Mm-hmm. Sarah was back from her adventures with the
national park.
Thank you. And then it was wedding day, and it was great. I mean, it was a beautiful day. The weather was perfect. The venue was beautiful. Gabe standing there all dressed up, and we're like pinching his cheek, like, oh, look at Gabriel. But a hilarious thing happened when Gabe was getting dressed. His shoe disintegrated.
That's right. Oh my God.
Like, and he's like, I never do this, but I brought a second pair of shoes and I didn't even know why. Yeah. And his shoe literally fell apart in a way I've never seen an item of clothing disintegate. It turned to dust.
Wow. There's one potted plant just fell out of it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what is it? So that happened. But yeah, come ceremony, Gabe was standing there looking as good as you can get Gabe to look. Yeah. People were even like, "Wow, I've never seen Gabe with his hair done." And honestly, I think I turned to one of you and I was like, "Did he do his hair?" Like, I don't think he did. Claire was beautiful. And
gorgeous.
Yeah, and again, just the whole wedding, just such a great time with amazing people all coming together to celebrate this union of two people. It was great, and you know, I'm sure Saber shares the sentiment. Just being part of it is just kind of an honor in its own. And just looking back at all the years ago when we met Gabe back in Baltimore, who would have thought one day we'd be standing up there watching the guy get married? And it was great. It was just a beautiful day, and it was wonderful from the reception afterwards, the dinner beforehand. Saber and I did a speech. It was great. It was beautiful.
Should I talk about me being drunk?
Sarah got drunk.
Oh yeah, that was great. Oh my god! Can I just, please?
Oh, by the way,
this was amazing.
I want to add, Jaxblade was there, by the way, and I literally, again, this week it's such a blur that I always am like, that's fucking right, Jax is coming, and then you were there. Jax,
you were looking good.
Jax was snappy. I mean, wow, yeah.
Best dressed right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There was a moment at the
Aside
bar
from bride and groom.
when there was this pretty server who was coming up to pour water for somebody, and
Oh, we were at the bar.
we were at the bar, and they
Getting
leaned
water.
close to Jax, and Jax, you were looking away, but she kind of pulled back and just stood and looked at you for a few seconds,
Wow.
and then walked off. So I caught her 100% admiring you.
Oh, that was beautiful. I appreciate it. I was just like, no, because it was just like they said dress
I wasn't
casual.
admiring.
Okay,
I was.
Dude, if that was casual, I don't want to see you turn it up to 9.
Because
Turn it up to
I
11.
was just like, I can show up nice, and so I literally went to menswear. I was like, make me look nice. And they were like, okay, and so I went there, and I was just like, okay, I mean, this is pretty good, and I was just like, oh, I feel good, and so like that was it. But it was a lovely weekend because I was in Arizona. Originally I was like going up visit some friends from previous places, so like I got to meet like the TikToker like Autumn Ivy and stuff like that. Got to hang with her. She was like really chill. Then I drove. She actually helped drive me up with some friends to the place, the hotel. Got to hang out with Laura for a bit, and Sarah picked us up. It was great, fun. Then we watched this whole thing about ghosts and hunting them down. That was fun. What happened then? Like we were trying not to get scorpions on us. That was I just remember that. Like I was just mega paranoid because like I remember Laura said something about like, oh, you have to put something under the door so like the scorpions don't get in or something like that. And I was like, wait,
a tiny little gap on our hotel room door under like the bottom.
Right. Pouring through.
I was like, oh, they can fit under there.
Yeah, I was just like, oh no. But then like Gabe kept saying, no, don't worry, bro, they're sleeping. So I was just like, okay, fine. And so like, yeah, it was fun. Gabe's family was awesome. They cooked this lasagna and this great meal. It was delicious. What else? The next day, super fun. Oh no, we gotta tell the Cholo story with Saber real quick. That was fucking hilarious. Okay, so like, what was the name of this store?
It was called God. I forget, but it was all I know is that there were 3 different establishments in the area carrying the same name. So one of them I looked up on Google, it had high ratings. It was like, yeah, this is a store for getting dress clothes, and I'm like, okay, let's go. I think the name City was the title of the company.
Right.
And Jax and I got into Sarah's car because she was letting us borrow it. Mm-hmm. And we pulled up. And I remember walking with Jax towards the door where it said, like, no backpacks allowed.
No backpacks allowed. And then there was, like, this whole, like, window full of, like, people who I guess, like, were they like robbers or something? I have no fucking clue what they were. Like I guess there were these people who like did something in the store that they were posted on there, and
right.
It was just like what the fuck? Like,
okay. They're not allowed in the store anymore.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're not allowed in anymore. So we walked in, and I looked around, and I'm like, wow, this clothing doesn't seem to be what I'm looking for. And I walk up to the guys who were working. I'm like, hey, so like, do you all sell dress clothes here? Jax, take it away.
No, and then he was just like, nah, bro, this is like Cholo shit, man. And he was just like, and so Saber was just like, understood there. And then like, without even realizing it, I like code switched to my black voice. So I was just like, yo, good looking. Yeah. So like that, and I just like went, and then I was just like, oh shit, because like I don't know what happened. Just like it happened with me. So they were like, what the fuck? oh my God, what are we doing here? And I'm just like, I think we're in the hood, man. So like that. So like we went and we had to go like we went to fucking Tarjay, and then that was it. Like,
Tarjay.
like yeah. Oh God, that was a funny time. But after that, we got Saber's clothes. We got my clothes too, because I just needed some adjustments. And then after that, we head to the wedding and stuff like that. Very beautiful wedding, very fun, very great. Gabe made me cry with his freaking speech and stuff like that. And I was like, oh God. Then freaking like Matt and Laura are consoling me because I was just like, damn it, he got me. So like that. So that was great. But
I cried too, Jax. I cried.
No,
too.
I saw you cry because I was just like, damn it, he's gonna get me. And I looked over at you, Race, and I saw your eye. You're like doing your way. I'm just like, fucking Race, damn it, dude. So I was just like, okay. And so he got me. And then, oh God, so here, let's talk about the Sarah drunk thing, because I was there. Me and Matt and Laura were there for this whole thing. It was magnificent. So like what happened was we're all at these certain tables because Gabe's wedding had this whole Disney setup for their table. So like there was like a Winnie the Pooh table, a Lion King table, like Tarzan, all this stuff. Like everyone had different tables. And so we all had... yeah, and it was like we all had these different seats we would sit at. And so I was sitting at the table with Laura, Matt, and Sarah. And then we also had like Monique Krieber, and then like I believe Gabe's like grandparents or like family or stuff like that. So all of us are just like sitting there. We're having a good conversation, talking to the people across from us, stuff like that. We're sipping some drinks and stuff like that. I'm sipping some drink. Sarah's sipping some drink. Laura, Matt, all of us just enjoying it. We're having a good conversation, stuff like that. And then like Sarah gets another drink, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Like I thought, like I'm just like I guess Sarah can hold her liquor. I've never seen her drink before, so I was like, okay. And so we go over,
and these
we're
were
like
good
talking.
drinks too.
I probably would have been a lot better if I had eaten anything other than bananas that day proceeding.
Yeah, so we finished the ceremony, go to the little cocktail hour before the reception.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they give out drink coupons, and well, Race doesn't drink, so he gave his to Sarah, and there was a drink theme for Claire and a drink theme for Gabe, and sure enough, get right into them. And Sarah's petite. The drinks were well made, and she was doing that on an empty stomach.
Yeah. And then the next thing I know, I'm disassociating while eating salad while people are trying to introduce themselves to me.
Yeah, we all get to the table, and we're all having that introduction thing. The salads arrive, and for simple survival at this point, she has turned to the salad as sustenance.
It's so great because so Sarah's eating her salad. We're just having a good conversation. Like I've got a slight buzz going and stuff like that. I'm just like having a talking people, and so like they're asking us, so, what do you do? And then Laura explains what she does, and like, what do you do? And I do this, and then Matt, what do you do? Okay, what do you do? And then he goes like, so what do you do, ma'am? And Sarah is just gazing like with her face, like her head in her hand. It's just like. Spaced out, just like why don't you? Oh my God, Sarah, are you okay? And so like you just like, and she's just like, I'm drunk. And then I remember hearing that, and I'm like, okay. And so what happened right after this is we all go outside because it's a Gabe wedding, so of course he had some crazy happen. So him and Claire have this insane thing where like he flies his paramotor over carrying Claire with him, and it's just like, oh wow, that's great, beautiful in the sunset, all that stuff is great. And then I see like Sarah walking over to Race, and she's just like, I'm young. She just like,
so I was really confused because this is from my perspective. You know, Saber and I went over to where Gabe and Claire took off in the paramotor, and then we ran back, and they did a few flyovers, and then they went to go land it. I turn around after the last flyover, and I see Sarah walking up to me like a zombie with her arms stretched out, and she's walking up, and then she gives me a hug, and I'm just like, oh, and I hear her kind of just say into my chest, she goes, I
drink too much.
Yeah, she's like, I drank too much, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I just didn't think anything of it, and then I hear her start sniffling, like, and I'm like, are you crying?
Yeah, I was crying. I'm like, I'm not having fun.
Yeah,
I'm like, I need a back massage.
Yeah, she's like, can you massage my back? It hurts. And I was like, what?
I remember like watching that, and I was just like, "Oh, that poor baby. Oh, no, is she okay?" Because I was like,
Now
there's a certain level of intoxication where you have a buzz and you're just kind of feeling kind of loose, and there's a certain level of intoxication you hit where you realize,
Yeah.
I'm past buzz and my body is no longer my own, and I get to go along for the ride.
Right.
I just love that you were like in tears. I've never seen you to that point. And I know that you have no intention of ever going there again, but you did recover pretty quickly. Like once you started eating.
A little food, a little water, a little time.
Yeah, thank you everyone who took care of Sarah when I was not able to.
I had a lot of water, and then I had the dinner meal, and that helped quite a bit.
Yeah.
It was literally, I had not eaten anything except for 2, maybe 3 bananas that morning.
No, but
And
it
then
was.
I downed those 2 drinks within like 30 minutes.
Jax ran over. He had to tell me this immediately, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's like, help your wife. You need to. I don't know what to do. You can't give her bread. Because like I was worried because I was like, someone give her bread. Oh wait, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, she can't.
You're right.
Oh no.
Now I did. Yeah, it was just again the whole weekend was just it was wonderful, kind of seeing it all come together at the end of it. We decorated the car with finger paint, and then it was funny because Gabe and Claire at the end of the wedding drove off in the car, and so I didn't realize until much later that the next. Or it was that night, right? That night after the wedding that they showed up. I thought they were going to be gone
the entire night. Yeah. Like, what are they doing back here?
Yeah. They came back, and we were we were eating and celebrating at their family, at their parents' house, and then things wrapped up that night, and the following day there was a little bit of a brunch that some of us went to. Got to, Sarah, Matt, and I got to see Gabe and Claire one last time, just say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I think at that point, Jax was gone, Saber was, and Laura were on their way to the airport.
Oh, that was hell. That was fucking hell.
Jax, your flight, how early was that?
No, that shit was like, it sucked for me.
He
So
left
like
I was a phantom.
Yeah,
It was gone. I was like, did Jax come back? Like,
no, because like what happened was we got back around like 2 a.m. and my plane left at like 6 a.m. so I had to be there, and I didn't know like how packed the airport was going to be, but it was right. The beautiful thing was like literally right across the street, so I literally just had to go to a shuttle. But like the night before, I was just like I was sleeping. And then I was just so paranoid that I wasn't going to like hear my alarm. And I was just like, okay, let me keep getting up. And so like I barely slept. I don't think I slept at all. I did. I had a dream thing where I got up and then Saber and Laura both said goodbye. And I was just like, okay. But it was a dream. And I woke up the actual time. I was just like, oh, fuck, I've only slept an hour. So like I was just like, okay, should I just. And so there was a part of the night where I was just like, let me just fucking reschedule this plane. It was like, the next flight out of Arizona would be like somewhere around like 5 p.m. or like midnight or something. I'm like, okay, fuck that. So I was just like, okay, fuck it. Let me just, slap myself with some water. And so I just got up, went down, and I kept like getting out of bed to like check my phone. And so at one point I was just like, you know what, fuck it. It's 4 a.m. I'm just going to go. And so like I just picked up all my stuff like a ninja, and I didn't want to wake Saber and Laura up. I was like, okay, let me just grab my stuff. And so got out there, left, and then I actually had to come back to the room because I forgot my wallet. So I was just like, okay, yeah, that would be a big fucking thing. So I was like, all right, here, going out. And then I grabbed my stuff, left. And then I literally just walked out into the lobby, and the shuttle guy was just sitting there, and I was just like, I just need to get to the airport. And he was very cordial. He was like, oh yeah, sure, no problem, dude. And then like we went there, and it was fast. It was very fast. And then like the flight home, it was like 3 hours to Atlanta, and so I didn't really sleep much. And then like the first day I was like 1 hour back, so it was just like that day I was running on fumes. But then I had the best sleep of my life of when I got.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Nora sent a super chat, by the way, saying jealousy cupcake to you guys for attending Senpai's wedding. Bless you, Sarah.
Bless you.
Yeah, no, I guess again, just to put or to wrap it all up, again, it was a great weekend to be a part of. These life friends of ours that get to see them be able to, have the ceremony, get married. It was just beautiful, and it was a great weekend, and we all just had a magical time.
Yeah.
On top of that, it was Disney themed.
Yeah.
Right.
Extra magic.
But yeah. I know some of these adventures that we've talked about. By the way, I may at some point compile them together, especially like the skydiving and whatnot. Gotta do something with that because again, it was just so incredible. Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the dance off at the wedding.
We don't talk about the dance off.
I'm sorry, there was no dance off.
Darude sandstorm at the wedding proved to be violent.
Violent.
Jax ripped his shirt in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody went wild for it.
Yeah, it's not fair, Jax. You got to give us at least a chance.
I did. Y'all were just having blast, and I just was like, okay, this is my one thing for the wedding. This is my one thing, because I was like, I always got to do one little special thing just to make the wedding memorable. So I did that, and I was like,
you did. Send on it.
Oh, you did.
Right.
Did you know you were gonna rip your shirt at some point during that wedding?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It was just like because what is his name? I think freaking
JR.
Yeah, Xana's husband JR, who I me and him like bonded because he talks like Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles, and I was just like, dude, I fucking love your vibe, dude. So it's just like, and so like we were just talking, but no, he took his shirt off. I was just like, all right, well, I'm the shirtless motherfucker in these places, so like, I was just like, so I just like had to time it, and that's what I just decided to do because it was just everyone was going crazy. I was just like, that was my Super Saiyan moment for the way I'm done for the night, and then like that was fun.
So any closing remarks on the wedding and the weekend?
I like the cake.
That was good cake.
That was some good cake.
Cake topper was delicious too.
Yeah.
It was good.
That's it. It was just the cake.
No. Okay, here's my genuine thing. I will say this. I thought it was very a beautiful wedding. I love seeing everyone there. It was fun getting to converse with a bunch of people. Just Gabe again. His speech of like how he was just like, oh, this is how I feel and all this stuff was like very heartwarming, which really got me. And it was just fun being with y'all there, who's been feasting, partying, like having a great time, and then just like hanging out at like Gabe's house and his parents' house, which I was just like, I remember for the longest time I had no idea they were like right next to each other. So when he would say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch this with my parents, I was like, oh, they visiting? And I was like, I didn't realize they were like literally right across the street. So that was a cool little thing. The trampoline with Saber.
Oh,
we were doing that fucking
trampoline.
King of the Hill moment when we were like all hyped up. Hey-oh, bum, 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 bum. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
they were singing the hey-oh, bum, bum. And I didn't want to get on it because I'm like, it's going to break.
The one-time race is level-headed with us.
And then it broke.
The swing almost hit you.
Yeah, it came flying at me. It had to be there's like 100 springs on this thing, and the number 99 was the one I was standing next to, and it went bing. I was like, oh god. But that's gonna be a wrap here on the Semi-Perfect podcast. Again, congratulations to the Browns, Gabe and Claire.
Classy people. May they have a
Gabriel
wonderful life
Brown
ahead of
and Clarinet Brown.
Sarah, we had super chatters that we want to thank.
Did. And sorry we couldn't do a Q&A. We had such a packed podcast. We'll try and make up for it next time. But thank you to our super chatters: Nora Mermaid, Nathaniel Foga, Base Anime Guy 01, Christina Booth, and Omega 217.
And so we did get through all of our topics here today. So we'll let you guys know when our next podcast is going to be. Like we said, there's a lot of still things that on specifically Sarah and my side that we're still I have some traveling I'm going to be doing here coming up soon. So we might not have, we initially were thinking about having a podcast directly next week, but we might push it to get back on schedule 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Does that make you sad?
I just feel like we haven't had a lot of podcasts. And I'm
That's
like,
true.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Well, we'll try to, I'll put it this way. We'll try to have one next week, even if it's just a shorter, more abbreviated one in regards to maybe doing some Q&A, having some fun. Who knows? Maybe we'll play some games or do Jackbox or something.
There's a new Jackbox that came out.
Okay, we'll do Jackbox. But no, that'll be fun. So stay tuned, but it sounds like we are going to try to be around next week. And with that, I want to thank everybody for coming on out here. Your continued support of the I can't say it. The Semi-Perfect Podcast is always appreciated. Thank you to the podcasters. Thank you to those who joined us live. And thank you to everyone who listens on delay. We will see you next time on the Semi-Perfect Podcast.
Damn ponies.
Which we didn't talk about, but we will next time. Bye.
That new Ponies movie